You know Warren Buffett as the world's greatest investor. You've heard his sagely advice on value investing, his wisdom to seek out the best cash-generating companies, buy them at a cheap price, and to hold them forever. But you should know the hidden story about Warren Buffett that's not being told. The story about a little-known investment that made him a whopping $12.5 billion in the last 5 years. An investment that is kept secret from people like you and me. How I discovered these investments is an interesting story. My name is Tom Hutchinson, and I spent over 20 years managing over $1 billion worth of portfolios and helping thousands of clients invest for their retirement. I've worked for some of Wall Street's famous names and the world's premier investment firms like UBS and Dean Witter. Early in my career, I heard a rumor that Buffett was using these certificates and that they were the #1 perk he received for making deals. I asked around, and while a lot of big-time money managers were aware of them, few recommended them. Others thought they were just tools for super-elite investors. But I uncovered something that made my clients millions. See, years ago, some of America's biggest and most profitable firms launched a program to attract big-name investors with deep pockets. This included a series of highly lucrative investments with terms not available to their common shareholders. These were essentially sweeteners to attract billion-dollar investments from guys just like Buffett. For a lack of a better name, I call them guaranteed income certificates. And just as the name sounds, these unusual investments offer guaranteed income without touching a single stock, bond, option, annuity, or any conventional investment. In fact, these investments are so powerful they can increase your dividend payouts by 700% to 2,900%, while reducing your initial investment by 60%. They are so lucrative, in fact, that Warren Buffett has demanded that companies include them in nearly every major billion-dollar deal he's made over the last 5 years. Using these certificates, Buffett has landed some of the biggest windfalls of his life. Massive profits like $2.1 billion from Heinz since 2013, plus $720 million each year indefinitely. $5.7 billion from Bank of America, even as the stock tanked 30%. $1.2 billion from General Electric, even as the stock fell 10%. $540 million from Burger King, plus $270 million each year indefinitely. And $3.1 billion from Goldman Sachs. So far, Buffett has collected $12.5 billion, all in the last 5 years, all thanks to this secret. Yet not 1 in 1,000 Americans has any clue what Buffett has done to collect these profits. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal how you can start buying these certificates today and just how easy it is to get started. It's no different than buying a share of Coca-Cola or Apple. In fact, there's often less risk involved when buying these certificates instead of regular shares. On many occasions, Buffett has made a fortune using these certificates, while investors who bought shares of the exact same companies lost money. Take Bank of America, which fell 30% after Buffett invested. If he had received ordinary shares of Bank of America as part of the deal, reports Business Insider, he would have lost $1.5 billion. That's a big loss even for someone with Buffett's net worth. Instead, Buffett received Bank of America's guaranteed income certificates and took home profits of $5.7 billion. That's incredible. As Business Insider concludes, Warren wins again, while normal shareholders get crushed. And then there's General Electric, which dropped 10% after Buffett invested. While everyone wondered whether Buffett had lost his magic, the world's greatest investor wasn't worried, because, unknown to the press or the rest of the world, he hadn't bought a single share of General Electric, not one. Instead, Buffett received these guaranteed income certificates, which meant his returns were not only fixed, but guaranteed the moment he invested. So he knew exactly how much money he would make every month right from the start. All told, he pocketed $1.2 billion in profits from GE in just 3 short years. Not because he's a billionaire, and not because of his higher connections. It's all thanks to these guaranteed income certificates. It's no wonder why Fortune says this is how Buffett makes money even on bad bets. In Buffett's buyout of Heinz, Barron's called these certificates the sweet part of the deal. And the street calls this a way that Buffett can make more money and at a lower risk than even the most sophisticated investors. But here's the thing. These investments are not solely reserved for Warren Buffett. Thanks to an unusual situation, some of these guaranteed income certificates have now leaked into the open market, giving people like you and me a chance to buy them. And watch our investment returns pile in just like Buffett. As Barron says, guaranteed income certificates offer investors a way to invest alongside Buffett. And the Wall Street Journal reports, you too can enjoy yields as large as Warren Buffett's thanks to guaranteed income certificates. Now, you might not make over $1 billion like Buffett, or even hundreds of millions, but the moment you purchase your guaranteed income certificates, many of America's largest and safest companies will pay you as much as $4,800 each month, guaranteed. Enough to fund your whole retirement and stop worrying about your money. Again, that money is deposited into your account no matter what happens to the company's share price, its dividend, or even its corporate bonds. Here's a deposit from April of 2013. It's from a major insurance firm called Hartford Financial. And the payout looked pretty good to me. All you had to do to collect this money was to purchase a guaranteed income certificate from Hartford Financial. And in less than a month's time, you would have received your first payout. In this case, the payout was $4,288. Some companies, like PG&E, pay up to $14,156 to holders of these certificates. Others, like Duke Energy, pay as much as $9,250. Even as much as $21,788 from the steel giant Alcoa. One retiree, Bruce M., is collecting a ton of cash from these certificates. He wrote, I own 17 guaranteed income certificates. They have reliably generated over $100,000 of household income. My point is this, there are dozens of companies that offer these opportunities. Getting started with just 7 companies could net you as much as $57,623 every year. With 15 or more of these certificates, you could easily pocket 6 figures like Bruce. And remember, this income is guaranteed at a fixed rate, often for life. This means you would continue collecting your payouts without losing a cent, even if a company's stock plunged by 50% or more. Think about that. What would earning an extra $57,623 a year do for your lifestyle? It could take you from working a 9-to-5 job every day to suddenly having enough money to retire early, pay off your debt, buy a vacation home, or just spend more time with your family. You'd finally be free. Money would no longer be an obstacle in your life. And that's what these little-known guaranteed income certificates could give you. Now, here's what I can do for you. I'll show you a company willing to pay you cash. Then I'll show you how to buy its guaranteed income certificates. Even if you want to try this out with just one company, you can do it. You could expect to collect a check totaling anywhere from $4,288 to $57,623 a year. But if you're willing to be bold, there's no end in sight. It's all about how much you choose to invest in these guaranteed income certificates. So let me explain how it is I can help you collect these certificates from the world's most recognizable companies. As I mentioned, I spent my 20-year career as a financial advisor on Wall Street. I managed over $1 billion worth of portfolios, helping thousands of clients invest for their retirement. The key to my success was that I hunted down little-known investment strategies that boost investors' payouts while significantly reducing the money they needed to invest. It's this mission that led me to guaranteed income certificates, the safest possible strategy for generating massive fixed payouts, the kind you need to fund your retirement. Dean Elliott, a former Wall Street banker, calls these certificates the perfect income investment. He adds, the majority of individual investors have never even heard of this investment, but it's popular with sophisticated investors, the kind that manage billions of dollars. It just seemed that nobody understood that everyday investors could buy these certificates, or that buying them is as easy as buying a share of Coca-Cola or Apple. So until recently, these certificates remained the domain of the rich, even though these little-known investments have been around for over 140 years. During the robber baron days, for instance, America's wealthiest families owned these certificates to preserve their capital and generate massive cash payouts. That's why legendary names like Ford, DuPont, Mellon, Rockefeller, and Carnegie Each owned thousands of these certificates in top companies from U.S. Steel to Standard Oil. As USA Today reports, guaranteed income certificates have been around since the late 1800s and have been a key holding for many old money families. And the Chicago Tribune even calls them an upper notch in the investor pecking order. So why haven't you heard about this? Well, somewhere along the way, Wall Street convinced all of us to chase high-flying stocks. People started looking for the elusive home run hit that would make them rich overnight. So instead of picking the low-hanging fruits, investors started looking for the next Microsoft, Apple, or Google. They wanted ways to turn $5,000 into $1 million in a matter of months. Of course, most people lost their shirts while going after this get-rich-quick fantasy. And as a result, these certificates, which could have easily funded their retirement, got lost in the noise. Not to mention that brokers started seeing massive commissions from all that trading. Sometimes up to tens of thousands of dollars on a single stock trade. It got really bad in the 1980s when, as Business Insider puts it, brokers got away with murder on high fees. And it hasn't changed much since then. As U.S. Money News reports, 401k fees can cost a median income two-earner family nearly $155,000 and consume nearly one-third of their investment returns. Compare that to these guaranteed income certificates, which pay almost no commission to brokers. So brokers have no incentive to offer these lucrative investments in place of stocks, ETFs, or mutual funds. USA Today calls them a forgotten corner of Wall Street and says investors need to know how to dig deeper to find out about these widely available but less obvious corporate investments. Sure enough, once I began looking into these certificates, what I found was astounding. It's like a hidden world opened up, and the deeper I dug, the more I couldn't believe so many investors are fixated on stocks, while virtually nobody has heard of these certificates. Even though they can pay 2,900% more cash than ordinary shares, and they reduce the money you need to invest by as much as 60%. Mainstream financial media outlets like CNBC and Forbes seem clueless to this $500 billion payout program and how it can hand you guaranteed cash from America's top companies. Companies like Duke Energy, which paid out more than $9,250. Goldman Sachs, which paid up to $8,010 last year. Wells Fargo, which wrote checks totaling $9,786 in 2014. PG&E, which paid just over $14,156. Hartford Financial, which dished out $10,229. Bank of America, which paid $9,145 last year. Alcoa, which forked over $21,788. And U.S. Bancorp, which paid $8,364 in 2014. But there's no reason to stop there. In total, 964 companies offer guaranteed income certificates, most of them stable, safe, blue-chip firms. That's why there is no limit to how many of these checks you can receive. You can take baby steps with just one company and collect from $4,000 to $22,000 a year. You can start modestly, as I recommend, with 7 companies and collect up to $57,623 every year. Or you can sign on with 11 or 12 companies and net as much as $95,000 a year. Whatever your magic number is, these certificates can help get you there. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, are these certificate payouts really guaranteed? The unquestionable answer is yes. These certificates have a legal standing traditional dividends can't offer. See, what a lot of people don't realize about dividends is that they can be cut any time without notice. Dividend payments can even be skipped or missed. But guaranteed income certificates are different. The moment you buy your guaranteed income certificates, you enter into a legal contract with a company. A contract that guarantees you first dibs on all the company's cash before common shareholders, even if the company goes bankrupt. With these certificates, you know down to the penny how much you'll make before you invest 1 cent. Your returns are confirmed before you even make the trade. So you know going in exactly how much you'll get in cash payments and how much you'll get back on your original investment. In other words, unlike dividends, your cash payment cannot be cut. It cannot be missed. And the capital gain is also predetermined. For example, here are some certificates available now that anyone can get in on. With JP Morgan, you put in $10,000 and you get back $23,868. With Exelon Corp, you put in $10,000 and you get back $27,664. With AES Corp, you put in $10,000 and you get back $216,022. Now, it's important to note, you don't have to invest $10,000 to get started. In fact, most of these certificates are available for much less. And according to one Florida banker, you can start your guaranteed income certificate portfolio with less than $500. But as with any investment, your returns are bigger the more you put in. And remember, these cash returns are fixed, so you know beforehand exactly what you stand to make. Take Barclays, the major investment bank, for example. Last year, I advised the readers of my investment newsletter to purchase a guaranteed income certificate in this exact company. When I first alerted them to the opportunity, the certificate guaranteed that if you invested $10,000, you would receive cash payments totaling $4,200. Plus, on this particular certificate, you would have also received a bonus of $2,243. In total, then, you put in $10,000 and you get back $16,443. And the contract you have with Barclays requires that it pay you every cent. You know exactly how much you'll make going in. Now let me address a question that's certainly on your mind. Why are companies willing to send you cash like this? It's simple, really. You see, companies sometimes need to raise cash for research and development, new facilities, expansion into new markets, and growth of the business as a whole. They use these certificates to raise cash and attract heavyweight investors. And if you're looking to attract guys like Buffett, Bill Ackman, and Carl Icahn, traditional 1 or 2% dividends or stock options just won't cut it. These types of guys only invest in the most profitable types of opportunities. And that's what these guaranteed income certificates are, an investment that boosts your earnings by 700% to 2,900%, while slashing risk. Maybe you're wondering how these certificates slash risk. Well, take a company like Goldman Sachs. You know them as America's largest investment bank, and right now you could buy shares for about $200 and get a dividend yield of 1.3%. Or you could buy their guaranteed income certificate for just $25 and get a dividend yield over 6%. That's more than 87% less money that you'd have to invest, and with a bigger dividend yield, all from buying the guaranteed income certificate instead of the regular stock. My point is that on average, these certificates can slash your risk right from the start. As you can imagine, being able to invest 87% less money, all while pocketing much bigger payouts, could drastically alter your financial picture in a short period of time. But how can you be certain these companies will always have the cash to pay up? The same way we know the FDIC will always cover your bank account. Massive cash reserves. According to the Wall Street Journal, Fortune 500 companies have stockpiled a massive cash load, a whopping $500 billion, just to make these payments. That's a staggering mountain of money. But if you called up 100 brokers, I doubt even one would have a clue this money exists. It's like this money is its own hidden market, hidden from everyday Americans. That's a shame, because according to numerous studies, the average retiree has saved only $12,000. The average Social Security check is only $1,294. And 65% of retirees, reports U.S. Money News, will rely on Social Security for the majority of their income. In other words, most retirees have no idea how they're going to cover their expenses, especially as medical costs soar through the roof thanks to Obamacare. And as Medicare covers less and less, more seniors will have to pay more medical expenses out of pocket. It's no surprise then that 59% of retirees report their number one retirement worry is running out of money, according to a recent Gallup poll. But if you know how to buy a stock, you can start buying these certificates today and take home a share of this mountain of money for yourself and your family. And while you may not be making billions like Warren Buffett, or even hundreds of millions, you could certainly use these certificates to live comfortably and never worry about money again. That's why I'm so certain this is what's missing from most Americans' retirement portfolios. In fact, one banker calls these certificates a godsend for people looking for large investment income streams. And if word catches on, I believe it could save millions of retirees from ever running out of money. But how much money can you expect to make? Let me show you a few examples. Alcoa offers a guaranteed income certificate right now. You probably recognize the name as one of the world's largest manufacturers of aluminum products. They cost right around $35, slightly higher than most certificates, but still very reasonable. And buying 400 of these for $14,320 will return you a total of $2,418 in 9 separate payments. After the payments are complete, they would give you back your $14,320 initial investment, plus an extra predetermined bonus of $5,680. In total, then, you put in $14,320. You get back $22,418, a guaranteed 56% return. Not a bad deal, I'd say. And you don't have to invest $14,320. You could put up much less or more. It's up to you on how much you choose to set aside. And remember, these payments are guaranteed. I can't stress that enough. In the stock market, nothing is guaranteed. Not your dividend, not your principal. In this case, you know exactly how much you're going to make going in. Here's a great example of why this is so much better than stocks. It doesn't matter if the stock price drops. Your income is guaranteed. In March 2014, shares of Diana Shipping were trading for around $12, so you could have purchased 800 shares for $9,600. Here's what happened next. The stock fell to $6. Your $9,600 investment was now only worth $4,800, a devastating 50% loss. That's awful. But during that exact same time period, Diana Shipping offered guaranteed income certificates. How many you bought would have been entirely up to you, but with your certificates, Diana Shipping would have paid you as much as $4,500. What's more, you wouldn't have lost a cent on your principal. Bank of America is another one. This investment bank was rocked coming out of the recession, and over the course of 21 months, its share price dropped over 46%. If you were like most people and invested into traditional shares, a $10,000 investment would have lost nearly $4,600. On the other hand, if you'd taken that same $10,000 and put it into these certificates, you'd have not only seen a solid appreciation of 32%, but $1,600 in guaranteed payouts. All told, you'd walk away with your original investment plus $5,325. That's a guaranteed 53.25% return, because it was predetermined the moment you purchased Bank of America's Guaranteed Income Certificate. Compare that to the 46% loss if you'd bought the common stock. You tell me which you'd prefer. The risk of losing $4,600 of your money in a stock in just over 12 months? Or collecting $5,325 in cash using guaranteed income certificates without losing a penny? All you had to do was follow my instructions, sign up for the guaranteed income certificates using your regular brokerage account, then wait for the cash to come in. Here's another easy payout. J.P. Morgan. Their certificates cost $20 each. Now, let's say you buy 100 certificates to start. For this $2,000 investment, you would get payouts totaling $931, plus an extra bonus of $500 upon completion of the payments. So in total, you put in $2,000, you get back $3,431. Remember, these are predetermined returns the company is obligated to pay you. So if you wanted to buy 500 certificates, your payments would multiply substantially. In this case, an investment of $10,000 would turn into $17,155. That's a profit of $7,155. So how do you get started with guaranteed income certificates? Getting started is as easy as buying shares of Coca-Cola or Apple. I can tell you, once you know what you're doing, these certificates are easy to buy in any brokerage account. I've identified 964 companies in very strong financial position offering these payments now. And in the year ahead, I'd like the chance to help you build a portfolio of certificates that pay you at least $57,000 a year. And if you want to make more, you can do that too. That's why I put together a special report called Earning 30 Times Your Money with Guaranteed Income Certificates, detailing everything you need to know about this opportunity. I'd like to send this report to you absolutely free today as part of a special offer. This report breaks down the entire strategy, including the history behind this program, how to get started investing in these guaranteed income certificates today, and the top certificates on the market right now. You'll also discover how much money you can expect to earn over the next few years by participating in this latest crop of guaranteed income certificates. The payouts could be explosive. On average, these certificates pay out 243% more cash than S&P dividend stocks. But I've identified a small group of certificates I'll tell you about in my report that are poised to do far better than that. While most guaranteed income certificates can boost your payouts by 243%, these certificates could do a whole lot better. Again, here's what you can expect. A yield 700 times larger than your average savings account. 700% to 2,900% higher payouts than dividend stocks. Predetermined cash payments. And I've given you all the details you need in this report, including how to purchase each of these special guaranteed income certificates, plus exactly what to tell your broker to get you involved right away. Again, the report is called Earning 30 Times Your Money with Guaranteed Income Certificates. With your permission, I'll gladly rush you a downloadable version directly to your email inbox at no charge. But you've got to hurry. These guaranteed income certificates are time sensitive, and the sooner you get in, the more money you're likely to make. And remember, just because the certificates I'm going to show you offer huge payouts, they aren't junior minors, risky option plays, or anything resembling a speculative investment. These recommendations are large cap, blue chip, household name type companies. Very big, very safe. This level of safety gives you peace of mind. It allows you to sleep soundly at night, knowing you're using the exact same techniques as some of the world's top investors, like Warren Buffett, Bill Ackman, and Carl Icahn. It allows you to take it slow and buy one or two of these guaranteed income certificates at a time. Or, if you're looking to maximize your payouts, you can invest in all of them. It's up to you. The bottom line is, guaranteed income certificates give everyday investors the only opportunity to rake in guaranteed fixed payouts in today's hyper-volatile market. But you see, up until this point, I've only focused on the guaranteed income certificates and how they could deliver all the cash you need for your retirement. But what I haven't told you yet is that these certificates are just one of the weapons I recommend to increase gains while slashing risk. As I mentioned earlier, I've spent 20 years studying the markets, and I'm passing along all of that knowledge in my investment newsletter dedicated to revealing hidden income opportunities like these, the kind that could fund your whole retirement. I call it the high income factor. In this easy-to-read 8-page monthly newsletter, I reveal even more off-the-radar income investments that you have likely never heard of before. Just like guaranteed income certificates, these are the types of investments that can provide you with the income you need to retire sooner or help make sure your golden years are everything you imagined. In past issues, I have shown my readers unique investments like Duro societies. These are mysterious pools of capital that allow the 1% to buy into companies pre-IPO and pocket all of the major gains before 99% of investors can buy a single share. These societies have already shown elite investors the chance to turn just $10,000 into $1.9 million on average. And thanks to a remarkable loophole I've uncovered, everyday investors can now not only buy into these societies, but even turn $10,000 into $7.8 million by pinpointing just 6 specific Duro societies. I put together an exclusive report for members of my newsletter that shows exactly how to profit from these little-known societies. Secret oil income streams. Most investors are unaware of a gargantuan income stream buried in the oil industry, an opportunity to collect steady, massive checks from a small, little-known subgroup of companies in the black gold business. These are the kinds of profits you'd expect from a lucky wildcatter, yet they come every month without any risky speculation. One of these companies has actually beaten the S&P by 10 to 1 since 1999, and I've identified 5 more slam dunk investments. Members of my newsletter received a research report I put together to grab these incredible income streams. Royalty trusts. This little investment was quietly sneaked into law by President Eisenhower and has absolutely crushed the market ever since. Billionaires like Sam Zell, Steve Cohen, and Rob Barron have all tucked money in these royal trusts and watched their profits return in spades. 3 of these royal trusts are outlined in a special report only available to members of the High Income Factor newsletter. Today, I want to send you a copy of my brand new special report, Earning 30 Times Your Money with Guaranteed Income Certificates, along with 3 additional bonus reports covering the unique investments I just mentioned: Unlocking the Duro Societies, S77 Income, The Secret Side of Oil, and Banking on Royal Trusts. To secure your 4 free reports, all I ask is that you try my newsletter, The High Income Factor, for 60 days completely risk-free. The second you begin your risk-free trial to High Income Factor, I'll automatically send you, with no obligation, these 4 free special reports. How to safely earn 30 times your money with guaranteed income certificates. Unlocking the Duro Societies. S77 Income, The Secret Side of Oil. Banking on Royal Trusts. As a member of the High Income Factor, you will also receive monthly issues. Each month, I'll send you a new pick you can add to your portfolio. I'll provide you with my complete analysis of the stock, the ticker symbol, and the price you should pay for the stock. All you need to do is go online or call your broker and follow my instructions. Each monthly issue will be sent to you in both emailed and print format. Weekly updates. You don't need to worry about following the daily ups and downs of the markets. I'll do that for you. I'll let you know what's going on with your investments, the economy, and the stock market. Knowing that someone is constantly monitoring your investments will give you the peace of mind you need to be a successful investor. Podcasts. When the situation warrants, I'll record a podcast where I discuss any important information you need to know about your stocks or alert you to anything else you need to know. You can listen to these short podcasts on your phone while running errands, during your commute, or on your home computer. Trade alerts. The markets change daily, but you won't have to wonder if you should sell a stock or buy more, because I'll send you a trade alert anytime you need to do something with your portfolio. Members-only website. Here, you can find any report I've ever written. The website also contains past issues of the High Income Factor, previous podcasts and weekly commentaries, and even videos of my media appearances. Anything ever published for the High Income Factor is available on the members-only website. My Complete Portfolio. This is where you can track your High Income Factor portfolio. You'll get to see all of my recommendations, including which ones you should buy right now, how much you should pay for each stock, and even the income yield each stock will generate for you. You'll never have a question about what stocks you should have in your High Income Factor portfolio. By enrolling today, you'll have complete access to everything for 60 days, new issues included, before deciding if High Income Factor is right for you. And if for any reason over the next 60 days you're not satisfied, simply let us know and we'll send you a full refund, no questions asked. As an added bonus, you can keep everything we've sent you up until that point as a thank you for giving our service a try. Fair enough? But frankly, I don't think that's going to happen. Because once you get a taste of how quickly and radically your financial situation can be changed with the right information, I think you're going to be hooked. I want you to see what it feels like to consistently take home payouts of $4,200 to $57,000, all the while sleeping soundly, knowing your money is secure and your income is guaranteed. So at this point, you're probably wondering, how much does the High Income Factor cost? I'll tell you, but before we get to that, there's one more opportunity I think you should know about. Here are 5 more free reports I want to rush you the moment you join the High Income Factor. Slash Your Taxes Guide. This report has been a blockbuster since I first began offering it. In these pages, I'll show you covert secrets for legally slashing your tax bill to the bare minimum, or even how to collect gobs of income 100% tax-free. There are dozens of legal loopholes waiting in this report. The new golden age of dividends. Ever since 2008, the world of dividend income has been changed. With rock-bottom rates on treasuries, investors had to look elsewhere to pad and grow their retirement accounts. Dividend companies have been there with open arms and high yields. In this report, I reveal the results of a multi-year research project to find the best dividend-paying stocks. You can confidently park your money at each one of these companies and watch your wealth grow like clockwork year after year. Conquer the commodities boom. Despite gold tumbling from its highs, the commodity sector is ripe with opportunities. And I'm not just talking about oil or other precious metals. This report shows you how to peel back layers of the commodity sector to find fistfuls of investments you can cash in on starting today. Powerful secrets to achieve superior returns. This report is 100% strategy. Not only will you find a handful of Grand Slam investments, you'll get insight into the issues plaguing our economy, investments you should avoid at all costs, and powerful techniques to ramp up your returns. One reader actually wrote in and said, "This book has opened my eyes to a whole new world." The Investing 101 Guide. This has been a hugely popular report. In this slim document, you'll learn how to go from novice to expert investor in short order. This is a step-by-step guide to understanding exactly how to hit the ground running in the markets, even if this is your very first time investing. I'm positive you'll refer to this volume over and over again for many years to come, and even share it with friends and family. This was written by investors in the trenches to help you make money without the long learning curve. That's 9 total reports, and all of them are yours free when you take a risk-free subscription to my monthly research service, The High Income Factor. Here's how you can get started today. For a limited time, my publisher has arranged for you to get the entire year of The High Income Factor for as little as $47. That's only 13 cents a day. Why are we giving away so much so cheap? It's simple. We know this is going to be a long-term relationship, and the best way for you to see just how amazing this research is to try it out for yourself. That's why I want you to take us up on the best deal for the high income factor we've ever offered. And remember, there's no obligation. Take your time. You have 60 days to make sure this is right for you. If for any reason you want to leave us, no problem. Just let us know, and we'll send you a full 100% refund, no questions asked. And to top it off, you can keep everything we've sent you as our thank you for giving this research a try. So click the link below and claim all your free reports, including your Guaranteed Income Certificates report, in which you'll learn Wall Street's best-kept secret for multiplying your payouts by 700% to 2,900%. This report is not available anywhere else. Secure your copy today and learn how to profit using the same methods Buffett himself uses. Again, just click the button below to get started.